All right, we are live, and for any and everyone who was
We're
out
live
there,
now.
yeah, we are live. We are live. And
What's
for
going on,
anyone
people?
who can't see us, please let us know. If you can't see, you can't hear, y'all gotta let me know. So I'll. All right. Okay. Well, I got my TV up. Let me hear. See.
I think that's
Yep.
me.
Okay.
I think that was.
I heard you. So,
Yeah.
all right, we're good. We're
I
good.
can
We're
see
good.
him on. I can see him on YouTube.
Yeah,
I just can't see on my computer screen.
Yeah. So y'all are out there. I think so. So what had happened was is that I tried to get a little fancy, and I went and reused, like I set it up, and then I went and reused because I restarted my computer today because what happened last week. So I reused the one that I had set up already. So so like now where you guys I had you guys always like just the four of you and I wasn't part of that deal. Now I'm down there too. And so it does something different. But it says it works the same, but obviously it doesn't because you guys can't see each other. Oh, are you? Whoa.
man.
Hmm. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me set you up. Just give me 1 second. 1 second. You're not muted though. Yeah, I know. That's what we were just explaining. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hey man. Big O. So what happened to Big O?
And gracing us with your presence.
Hey, Dreffel. I can't see
Hey.
you. Hey.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I can't see you either.
Oh, you know, Pep got us banned.
Okay, Big O was back. No, I was saying. So we had a like a. I tried to change some stuff up, but y'all, you can see if you watch on YouTube.
We ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. I'm on my laptop.
Okay, well as long as you on there, we can see you, we can hear you, I can see you, and we can. Everybody can be heard. So, you know how we always started. So, and this is good. So this is one of these rare occasions where we're all here together. How was
Yeah.
your week? How was your week? How was your week?
It's
Scoot,
nice.
scoot.
Good.
Yes, it's good.
Big O, you good? I don't know if he can hear me.
Uh-oh.
He's intense right where he is.
Yes.
Big O,
Looking intensely at the screen.
mic check on for Big O. Oh, he can't hear us.
Uh-oh.
I don't know
He's
why that
muted.
is.
Wait.
He's not muted, but
Somebody muted themselves.
yeah, muted
Okay.
herself.
Okay.
But Big O, you can't. It's like I think he's listening through his headset, but his headset is not up. Yeah, there he is. So like he's now. I got two of them.
I don't know what happened.
So he's talking. Can you hear him?
I heard him, but can he hear us?
Y'all know Big O. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
You got two signals up here.
I got two signals up.
Yeah. And I don't know.
Oh yeah, I see another user,
Yeah.
unknown user.
All right, I'm gonna hang one of them up, and if it goes away, then because I got you on
You
one,
broke.
let's see. Yeah, let's just see what happens here. I'm gonna hang that up. Yes. All right. Can you still hear me? Big O? No. So I chose the wrong one.
Okay, you killed him.
Okay. Big O, if you listening on the app, I can't hear you. Actually, you know what no, I don't have a Sharpie on me. Somebody text Big O, tell him we can't hear, or he can't hear us. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna ask this question first. Girlfriend, first question is to you. So you're signed up for the league. So we discussed last week we were going to start a league for the show. So I did that. So we got a league for the show. It's a 10-team league, the four of us, and then 6 other people, some folks from my family. If y'all remember, Cheryl, who plays football for the Florida Avengers, she is a member.
Okay, that's who the
yeah.
show was.
Yeah, and so
Hi, Cheryl.
So that was pretty cool. I sent her a message, just like, hey, because I remember during the time when she was on the show, she had said something to the effect of that she might be interested too. So she was like, she didn't have anything else to do, so she said she was good with it. So we did that, and then so the question that I have for you is, do you need any assistance with drafting your team, or specs, ideas, anything? Or are you and your son good to figure it out and be good with it? Okay, Big O, I'm a copy this link and try to put you in there. Girlfriend, did you hear the question?
Yes, I'm gonna need some help.
You're
What
gonna need
was the
some help.
question?
Yeah.
Hold up.
So Pimp, your screen going in and out is zooming in, zooming out,
Yeah.
zooming in, zooming out.
Yeah, so I got a new camera.
Oh, that is not working. Oh, oh no, it's
And
not.
so
Getting fancy on us.
I
with
know,
the
but it's
camera.
like your face get big and then you go out, and then you come up and then you go out. So it's like we seeing you.
you're gonna see everything. I'm gonna figure it out. Man, there it is.
I just can't see. I just can't see my fellow co-workers like Big O and Dreffel. I can't see them. They can't see me.
Oh, yeah, they can't see you. No one, you all can't see each other, but everybody can be heard. So
So what
everybody's being
technique
heard.
that you used this today? That what changed?
So what changed is that I used an old link. So I set it up and then I restarted my computer and then I used the same link again. So then that was the thing that was like made everything a little unhappy.
Okay.
But we will get through. Okay,
So
so you say yeah, I broke it. So you say you're going to need some assistance. Okay, so what kind of assistance do you think you're going to need? So here's the thing. Do you generally know how fantasy football works? No. Yes.
No,
Well, no.
no. I told you that. I said no.
Yeah. Okay. No. I'm just making sure. I'm just trying to be clarifying here.
Okay.
And so, okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. We'll talk general about it today, and then I'll get on the phone with you tomorrow. We'll talk some more about it. All right, that works. So, in general, solo cup. What kind of questions do you have at all? Like, So you understand that. So when we draft, we're drafting from all teams in the NFL. So not necessarily just your favorite team. Get that part?
Correct. I
Okay.
do know that it's all teams.
All right. So things that you got to look at. Yeah, I've seen that solo cup. Um, Dreadful, you keep popping in and out. We're having technical difficulties, but what else is
So, question: I'm not able to. Am I able to? This is an app. It has to be done on the phone, right, and not on the laptop.
what? Oh, the draft?
Popping in and
Yes.
out.
No, the
No.
link that you sent.
No, you can do it on the. You can do it in an app. You can do it on the phone, on the
No, I'm saying.
computer too.
Okay, yeah, because I'm on there now. I'm trying to figure out how to sign in.
So it should be if you go to ESPN, you go to the top right corner. There's a little like a black and white picture or something, and if you click on that, it should say log in around there somewhere. And then you'll log in just like you did before. Big O going with the different backgrounds and stuff. I didn't know what that purple thing was that you had up there before. Okay, he's talking, so he can hear me, but I can't hear him now.
So is it sign in or sign up? I'm already signed up.
Yeah, you should be able to log in.
Okay, log in, sign up. Is there a log in?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should.
if you have
easily
a
be able to.
ESPN or a Disney account, you should be able to
Yeah.
use that.
That's all you need. But whatever you do to get in on the phone, because you're already signed up, so I know you
Wait,
logged
I think
in.
I got it right here. Okay, so log in. Okay, here you go. So email address. Let's see. I think I remember my password.
Well,
Don't tell the world.
I was gonna say, if you put it out there, it's out here forever.
Okay, boom, I'm in.
All right, and then somewhere up there should have something that says like fantasy or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know why.
And then T's talent team. Is that you or is that me?
That's you.
Probably
That's,
you.
yeah, that's you. That's your team.
Okay.
But your team is that we're in a draft on Sunday, this coming Sunday, 6 p.m. And I'm gonna say this too. So I'm also going to. Oh wait, well, I say we're drafting on Sunday. Is everybody good with drafting on Sunday?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. Big O, we can't. Can y'all hear Big O? I can't hear him.
Yeah, I don't hear him. I just hear
Nah.
Dreadful.
Yeah, Big O,
Don't
we
hear
can't.
O.
Yeah, we can't hear
So
you.
okay, so let me ask you this fantasy, this right here, we can't do anything to Sunday, right? We can't start doing anything to
Yeah.
Sunday, right? Okay.
Right,
So
you
you created
you
a
can
practice
prepare.
draft. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can prepare and do that kind of thing. What up, Story?
Okay.
Story is up. Story, we're getting ready on Sunday. We are going to be drafting for our fantasy league for the show. And I actually am going to send everybody a link, just like our link that we do here. You don't have to get in if you don't want to, but I'm gonna stream it and while we're drafting. So
What time we drafting?
6 o'clock. 6
6
p.m.
week, 5 year time.
Yeah,
Okay,
5
that's
year time.
that's fine. That's perfect.
Okay. I figured it was. I didn't want to do it too early because you got to be at church or whatever. But so yeah, so I figure whoever wants to can pop in and complain and talk about who stole their player, and,
Right.
and whoever else doesn't want to can do what they want to do. We will just be sort of hanging out, and it'll be a nice casual time. Maybe I'll have some music playing in the background or something now. But
Am I going to see my coworkers?
you should. I'm going to do it the way I normally do it on Sunday.
Okay.
So you should be able to see everybody.
You hear that? He's gonna do it the way it's normally done.
But here's the thing: the only person that's having a problem is y'all. I mean, everybody else can see you. You, all of your beautiful. I'm looking at it right here. All your beautiful faces are right in front of me.
I don't see my coworkers. I can't mess with Big O. Can't mess with Dreadful.
Yeah, see, Big O. You know, here's the thing: Big O, dude. You're gonna have to. You need to like log out. Oh, you know what? Check to see if your mic is muted somewhere. That headset you're using or something.
Oh, to my
Because
Big O?
yeah, because he's talking. I mean, I can see him talking, but I can't hear him. I can't hear a word.
He may have to log out and log back in.
He may have to.
Like he was on using 2 devices before, so maybe because we heard him on one of them.
Yeah, it's like I could hear him on one, but I couldn't see him on the other. Yeah, dude. If you could, okay. How about just log out and log back in? Try that. But so here's the thing. I got the thing that I'm sitting and I'm thinking about now. Of course, we were talking about before the show about getting a little hype for fantasy. Dreadful said he's not quite there yet, and I've watched the ESPN mock draft last night that was 3 hours long, and I sat in front of this television right here and watched all 3 hours. Now, I will say this. I was playing a video game at the same time. I was playing my great game, Farm Together. So I was sitting and doing that as well. But that being said, what I found to be the most interesting was one, anybody know, or anybody have a guess? I'll put it this way: who the first quarterback that was taken? Of course, these are ESPN experts.
The first quarterback taken?
Yeah, the first quarterback taken off the board. You saying Patrick Mahomes from Kansas City? Okay, Dreadful. What do you think?
Let's see. I'm trying to think points wise. It's either probably Lamar.
You said Lamar. Now I'm gonna tell you, you're both wrong.
All right.
Like I said, first QB was taken in the 4th round.
That I can understand.
And his name was Anthony Richardson.
That was my other guess.
So Anthony Richardson is the quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts.
Indianapolis Colts, yeah.
And
that was my second guess because they're accounting for the rushing and rushing TDs.
Let's see what we can hear you now.
Yes.
And let me see. Let me get this link.
I hear you now, Big O.
So,
It's good to be in the land of the living. You know, Pip trying to ban us. I know what's going on.
boom. Okay. Now he's in. He is in. We're all in. So that was sort of shocking me. It was Anthony Richardson. Now I know he's a runner too, but I was thinking that it would be, Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson would be one of the first quarterbacks taken. But it was odd to me actually. Things went. What's up?
What are you talking about now?
What am I saying?
Who was taken first?
Yeah, I was, and this is it was a fantasy draft last night, a mock draft on ESPN with all their experts or whatever. And I was sort of shocked that Anthony Richardson was taken first. He was the first quarterback taken. He wasn't taken first. He was the first quarterback taken. So what I did was, of course, like I
Right.
said, I watched the whole thing, and I literally, I printed it all out. I was like, I have to go through this list because the other thing that I was trying to figure on is, just where people are taking certain people. Basically, how long can I
Trying to
wait?
get like
Yes, trying to figure out how long I can wait before I decide to take a quarterback.
In
Or
which group?
which group? That's true. Because here's the thing. So it's a 10 team league, and
I'll be back, you guys.
okay,
Alrighty.
yep.
it's a 10 team league, and you got and it's a snake draft. So we're going back and forth. So for you two, I know y'all both have been through it before. Where do you like to draft?
What you mean, like what number?
Like what number do you prefer? You've been through what 3 or 4 seasons at least.
Everybody want to go first.
Yeah. Nah,
I don't like.
I actually don't. I don't like going first. I actually like being in the middle, or sometimes depends on how big the league is. Sometimes at the end, getting a back-to-back pick.
Get the back-to-back pick. Yeah. I don't. So
Yeah,
the
I
thing
didn't think about that one.
you say
I
what?
didn't think about that to get the back-to-back pick if you own last at the end.
If
I
you
always like
I mean, you get it
first.
first too, but I don't know. I mean, you got your chance to get the best player out there if you go first, but
Yeah.
I think most people overthink the first pick, so I
Right.
really don't care to go first.
and that's the thing, and I know that I will, because I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking. I think about McCaffrey. Yeah, this camera does go in, and I can't move. It's like if I move at
I
all,
don't
it's just zooming and zooming. But like this year, I mean, everybody's going with, oh, it's Christian McCaffrey. And don't get me wrong, I mean, there's an argument to be made to not take him. But I think when it's all said and done, people, if you have the first pick, you're going to take him. I mean, he does everything. He catches the ball, he rushes the ball, and he touches it. I don't know how many different times. The question mark to me is always, is he going to stay healthy?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he stayed healthy all last season, so I hate to say it, but he's due to get hurt, right? I mean, he's
They're all due to get hurt.
yeah.
So I couldn't pick it from that perspective. I couldn't do it from that perspective because any given Sunday, everybody's prone to get hurt. So that's one thing you got to throw out your mind because you don't want to get hurt. But you get to thinking about it. That's my thing. If it, you get to thinking about it too much. It's like watching the game, and they like, well, he kicked 4 field goals today, and see can he make this one? And that dog, it can be 25-yard field goal. He's gonna miss it just because they said something.
Oh, speaking of field goals, of course, my pops is rewatching the Dallas Raiders game. I think it was Dallas and the Raiders. Is that who played this weekend?
Preseason game.
Yeah, preseason game. And he was basically remarking about there's a 66-yard field goal that Dallas's kicker made.
Right, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, I mean, I did watch that game. I was watching it live. I mean, my thing about that is like, dude, if you got a kicker, and this is the same thing I feel about the guy from the UFL who's now with the Detroit Lions. You got a guy who can kick a 60-plus yard field goal. I mean, that's a huge weapon. It's just, it's ridiculous. It's like, look, can you get to the 50? If you get to the 50, we can score. Like that's it.
I mean, but how many can he make it every time though?
I don't know.
That's a lot of yards to make it every trip.
Yeah,
he
but
was twice.
he was doing it in the UFL though, wasn't he? He made
Yeah,
like
well,
what,
that's
3 in a
the
row,
guy.
something like that.
Okay,
yeah,
that's the guy.
the guy from the UFL did it. He did. I know he did at least 3, and it was probably 3 in a row.
Yeah, I
So
think it was 3 in a row.
I mean, if that's consistent enough,
Right.
because the thing is that let's be honest. Now, look, I want to get further than the 50. I mean, I want the
Yeah, I
touchdown.
understand that.
But
But
if you nailing them from 60, I'm pretty sure you probably all right from 40.
Right.
You know, I mean, and 40,
You should be
is
pretty
a
automatic.
reasonable field goal. And that's the thing. It's like I don't want them all from 60, but if you're capable, I think
Right.
like honestly, when I'm sitting here talking about it now, and now I'm thinking about the draft, it's like I got to make sure I get that guy's name. It might be a kicker I want to pick up.
I think, what was his name?
I don't
Don't
know.
know
It's
yet.
Dallas's kicker.
Yeah.
But you can YouTube him. I mean, it's 66-yard field goal.
Oh,
I mean,
I got the cheat sheet right here from
you
last
got the cheat
last
sheet.
week. From last week. I didn't throw it away. I got it right here.
But yeah, so that's how that is. I mean, so like I said, I watched that show last night. I mean, they did 11 rounds. So they didn't do the full draft. They did 11 rounds. But I mean, by the time you get to round 11, I mean, you're just filling out some bench spots and stuff like that, grabbing a kicker and a defense and calling it a day. But I know. So here's the iffy thing. I don't know. People don't want to give away their strategies, but do you? How do you deal with your draft strategy?
Mine kind of fluctuates. I guess it depends. I kind of see where people are taking people. Like beginning a draft, all of a sudden everybody's just taking all the running backs. Depends on where I draft. If I'm drafting, like I said, halfway through or later, I'm going to go ahead and just take one of the top wide receivers. If everybody's snatching all the running backs, I'm going to make sure I get a good player. So I'm going to take one of the top wide receivers. If everybody's taking all the wide receivers, I'm going to take the top running back. That's first round.
That's the only way I see it too. I can't. I have to wait to see what everybody's snatching. That's why I want to go first, so I can go ahead and get what I'm really after. If it's a quarterback, I took a quarterback last year first.
Yeah, I still can't believe that. Your cousin called me. Your cousin called me the other day. I talked to your cousin. And he's still talking about that.
I'm gonna talk about him bailing out. How about that?
So story asks, so what's going on for football? So the thing that's going on right now with football is fantasy draft, at least for me. The big thing right now is preparing for the fantasy draft. I am this year in 4 leagues, which is a lot. It is absolutely a lot. And I am honestly, and I don't know, I can't run a count. I don't know how many people are watching, but I am thinking about an assistant for one of my leagues. Yeah, so there's a guy I work with he missed out on fantasy teams this year, and so I would have talked to him, and I didn't think about it. And once we filled up, and I don't want to do more than 10, so I may ask him if he wants to manage. He sort of jokingly said, I told him how many leagues I was in this year. He said, you need me to manage one of them. So I may do that and have him manage one. But yeah, 4 teams. But I am looking forward to it. I am just sitting and looking at, like, here's the list of that draft. And of course, now the camera zooms out to see it. But
Zoom back
That's
in.
the yeah. It's look. This camera is really cool. It is cool, but it's got a mind of its own, and I can't control it right now.
It's got to have a setting for you to control it, though.
Say what?
I'm guarantee you some way you can control it.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be controlled by like an app on your phone, and then you can just sort of do it. Because what I would do is, zoom it in and then just lock it in. I don't need to zoom in and out, zoom in and out. I don't. I mean, if I was up doing some sort of was it a little TikTok dances or something like that, which ain't gonna happen. But if I was doing something like that, then it'd probably be good for that. But it's not. And they call it a conference camera. So I think it's one of those where if you had, like a panel interview or something going on, the camera will sort of move to whoever is talking and whatnot.
Okay.
So I'll figure it out, but I just got it this week and I ain't really had time to deal with it. Like I said, I'm a bit under the weather. So rest and relaxation. But I had to be here for you. So get it that way. So here's the thing. So again, this thing, and I'm gonna run through some of these things. But for the first round, and because we were talking about if everybody's taking running backs, you take a wide receiver. If everybody's taking wide receivers, you take a running back. So in the first round, it was a 10-team mock draft. And again, ESPN experts, because like you said, these cats probably, they got more information than we have.
They got the same information we got now. We all listen to the same news.
Well, they create some of this news. Because here's the thing. For the 10-team league, in round one, there were 4 running backs taken and 6 wide receivers.
Sounds about right.
So that was, people went wide. It was like top 3 running backs, and then everybody just went wide receiver. It was just, wide receiver for wide receiver's sake. So I'm going to run through. So, of course, I'm going to run through it. And I know none of this is going to be shocking, I don't think. But it was in order of draft: Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Bryce Hall, CeeDee Lamb, Tariq Hill, Amwar St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase at 9, which I was like, what? Fell to 9? And then Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
So that was the first round. Now, out of those, I actually was a little shocked that one, I just said, like I said, Jamar Chase fell to 9. Now, not that any of these guys ahead of him are bad, but the thing is, I get the Breece Hall from the Jets thing, and I get drafting Garrett Wilson early, but the thing is that to me, are we trusting? You're going to trust Aaron Rodgers more than we trust Joe Burrow.
Well, I'm shocked that Chase went later than Jefferson because they have Darnold at QB.
Same thing. There you go. Same thing. That's another one, because that's last week in the chat.
JJ.
I was wondering, was Justin Jefferson stock up or stock down? We know that, like you said, you knew that Sam Darnold was going to start the season.
At least you thought he was, because
Right.
JJ was actually looking pretty good.
But now that he's going to be going all season long, Big O, can you hear us? You were lifting your hand up a couple of times.
No, I was just saying I was going for that.
You were doing what?
I can't even remember what it was now, but I was saying I would agree with that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so I'm just that was wild to me. I mean, what is that?
What is that?
Truck driving down the street.
Oh, okay. I'm like, man, what?
Yeah, he's got a big V8.
Yes, I hear.
I was I was actually I guess shocked is probably too strong a word, but Saquon Barkley is still available at 10, or the fact that I don't know. It was weird to me to see Saquon taking it to me. I like it, but I don't know. So, but that was round one. I mean, those were the things in round one. So, but it's pretty standard, right? I mean, I think the players themselves are all first round picks.
Yeah.
Maybe the order
Yeah.
changed a little bit, but some of the things that I guess it is fantasy, right? Because I'm looking at like Tyreek Hill, CD Lamb, and I think about the quarterback in Detroit is it's
Goff.
not. Say it again.
Jared Goff.
Goff. Because I know that him and Stafford swapped.
Right.
So I sort of get him, honestly. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup if you were paying me. But I know I get him in my head. I get him mixed up all the time. So, and I think it's really just because they swapped cities.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just trying to think about do you consider? Well, I know we consider everything, but you put more stock in a guy if he's got a good quarterback, because just like you said that you were surprised that Jefferson went before Chase, and that's based on Darnold, right? I mean, it's based on the quarterback.
Yeah.
But at some point, because I mean, look,
He's still going to get the ball, though.
Yeah, you take CD Lamb because he's beasting guys, right? I mean, that's what it is. It's like you think, if Dak can get the ball close to him,
Right.
he's going to, well, they used to say it. I don't know if Randy Moss doesn't work for ESPN anymore, but he's going to moss these guys anyway, So some guys, I guess you don't worry about the quarterback so much, but I don't know. It was wild. Just thinking about it. But then we go down to round 2, and again, I'm gonna go down the list. We'll probably do this for like 3 rounds, but then we'll talk about it. But round 2, I'm gonna read round 2, and then we can go through that. So round 2 was Puka Nacua, Jonathan Taylor, Jahmyr Gibbs, Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, Isaiah Pacheco, Karen Williams, Cooper Kupp, Marvin Harrison Jr., and then Travis Etienne.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna go just like you talked about Jefferson earlier. I'm surprised Cooper Kupp went before Marvin Harrison Jr. I am.
I'm not as surprised just because Marvin is probably the only target there in Arizona. I won't say the only target, but he's the biggest target. Like, he's probably going to be force-fed if possible. Whereas the Rams, they have Kupp and Nacua, so they can spread it out a little more. So that would be the only reason I would say that.
You would be good with taking Cooper Kupp
After Harrison, yeah.
After or before?
Kupp after.
Yeah,
I think
okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I would think that he would come after, like you
Yeah.
said, because that was my point. Because Puka is going to be. I mean, at least up front, he's number one. Not that Cooper Cup isn't capable; he is. I mean, but I don't know that I would have taken him, looking at Marvin Harrison Jr. sitting there. But I mean, he went near the end of the second round. Oh, excuse me. Which again, I was a little shocked by. It's funny to me too that I mean, I feel like people are down on Philadelphia. I listen to all the talk shows and podcasts and all of this stuff. But AJ Brown, falls to the second round. That, I mean, that's interesting to me.
But is that because people are down on them, or is just because they have so many weapons? Because they also have Devontae Smith, they got Saquon Barkley, they got, and like I said,
I just think
Brown.
Yeah.
So it's just swamp. So, but I mean, couldn't the same thing be said about the Rams? Because that's what we did. I mean, the thing is that they got Puka, they got Cup, and then
But who they have a running back?
Karen Williams is their running back.
He was actually, right. I mean, the closest comp I would say is San Francisco as far as number of weapons.
Now that's
after McCaffrey, it's like everybody who's going to get the ball.
So so in San Francisco, where was Brandon? Let me see, who was the first San Francisco wide receiver taken? Let's see. Wow. Okay, looks like round 4. And of course it was Debo. Oh, no, it was Brandon Ayuk who was taken round 4.
So they feel he's staying in San Fran.
Yeah, so the thing is that, because that's the question I was going to ask about that. I mean, the thing is that, I mean, where could he go? The deal was that he's supposed to be going to Pittsburgh, right? In Pittsburgh, is it a plus for him or a minus for him in Pittsburgh? And knowing just what you know now, because the other part of it is we don't really know who the starting quarterback is going to be in Pittsburgh.
Not really, no.
I mean, Russell Wilson couldn't get a scoring drive at all in these past 2 games. I don't know that I think he's played both. And then
I think he only played one. I don't think he played the first one.
He did play the first one. Okay. And then Fields, Fields is, having
trouble.
Yeah, it's having field issues. I mean,
can't take a snap under center.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's tough. I mean, I was listening to today where a guy was talking about, they were talking about how'd it go? Trading Russell Wilson to Minnesota and then just starting Fields. Big O dropped. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I heard that's what they were talking about. They were talking about dropping, trading them. And they were like, but the thing is that what you going to get for Russell Wilson at this point? If you say that, and I sort of agree with it, it's like if he can't be a starting quarterback in Denver, he can't be a starting quarterback in Philadelphia. I mean, in Pittsburgh. I mean, why would I want to give you, a 3rd round pick or something for him to not be a starter on my team.
I think he could have been in Denver. I just don't think he was the type of quarterback that Peyton was looking for.
Peyton looking for. Okay. But yeah, so whatever. Oh, we go. You back, but you're not back. But yeah, so it's sort of weird though. Trying to figure on who, what, when, where. So I'm thinking that, like, I feel like I will probably, knowing what I know today, I would probably avoid Brandon Ayuk. Like, I wouldn't pick, because I just don't know.
Yeah, they still don't have a deal done yet. Everybody thinks they're going to have it, but as of right now, like you said, without a deal, I probably wouldn't either.
You know, now, like CD Lamb, I think, safe bet.
They have no choice but to get a deal done.
They're gonna get that done. And then Chase, same thing. I mean,
they can't not get a deal done.
Yeah. Because if you want to win, you need
right.
Right. You got to pay.
So that's just going to happen. So let's see. Here's some other interesting things. And so I'm going to say, I'm going to read down through round 3. And then I want to talk some more. So 21 was Drake London, James Cook, this running back from Buffalo,
right.
Devon Achane,
okay,
Rashard White, Malik Neighbors, Alvin Kamara, Devontae Adams, Chris Olave, Michael Pittman Jr., and then Nico Collins to round out that third round.
Mm.
So anything stand out to you guys?
Yeah, that Kamara was taken that high.
Really?
I don't think he should go in the third round. Nah, I think he should go in a later round.
Kamara's too early. Okay. You just thinking because of age, quarterback play, offensive line?
A little bit of everything. I don't think his numbers were that high last year. I don't remember. Was he injured or no? Wait, he's suspended first part of the year.
He was suspended. Yeah, he was suspended for like 6 weeks.
Okay,
I remember. I think I had. I picked him up off of waivers.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody had drafted him, but then dropped him. And
right.
I had my team set, but I picked him up. I was like, you know what? I didn't need him. I had drafted around him, basically. And so it was like, you know what? I'll just stash him. And I ended up stashing him. Now, the thing, and he put in some work for me last year. He gets a ton of, well, at least last year, he got just a bunch of reps. So he was getting the ball a lot. Little screen pass here.
Screens, check downs.
Yep.
So PPR leagues, he might be pretty cool.
Yes, he was good for a PPR league. And so, and it was, I mean, like you said, it wasn't like he was breaking them for, yards and yards and yards, but on the team, especially now, Chris Olave is also on that team.
Now
and
that person,
nice down the field guy. But the thing is that you have the field stretch like that, so that you got a safety and a corner trying to account for him, and then you got it opens things up for that check down.
Yeah.
And so when he gets a little dump off pass and he gets about 5 yards. So then that's 1.5 points, over and over again.
Right.
And so I like it. I don't know necessarily that I don't necessarily disagree with you. They just take it a little high, but I can see where I could talk myself into
Okay. Yeah.
taking him around there. But I also what I really liked in round 3 was that I saw Malik Neighbors down
Yeah.
in round 3. And don't get me wrong, I mean, and I'm not saying that necessarily he should have been taken higher. I
No,
just
no.
feel like somebody would take him higher. You know,
Depends on their philosophy, but yeah, if they're of the mind that, like I said about Harrison and in Arizona, it's like who else are they going to pass it to?
yeah.
Because they don't have that many receivers there either.
But you know, the other thing is that who's passing them the ball too? Because
Yeah.
how many interceptions did he throw the other day? I mean,
4.
in the preseason, no less. I mean, so was it Daniel Jones?
3 and
Yeah.
1 when he fall.
Say that again.
Was it 3?
Is it 3?
It
It was some. I know.
he
I
got
know
3 and 1 wasn't his fault.
You said what? Was it his fault?
The last one wasn't his fault.
Okay.
But I know that pick 6 was. That's the one I keep seeing all over the place. And I didn't watch the game, but I've seen that enough times to know, dude, you got to take that safety. I mean, just take.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, that's a 4-point swing right there. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, you know, like I like that. Now, here's a question. No slight on your team, but Devontae Adams. Are we going? I mean, look, Devontae, it's the same thing that it's the mantra almost at this point.
Yeah.
He's the guy in Vegas. I mean, he is the guy. So are you taking him in the 3rd round, or are you trying to wait? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's hard to say because I don't know who else picking what and when. So I couldn't say if I got to snatch him 2 or 3 or 4. If I'm just saying, if I was going to get him, which pretty much.
I know that's your guy, and you looking for him. But see, so here's the thing, and so I sort of had this conversation earlier with someone today. Actually, with Body Bag Man, if he's out there, about taking your guy, like a guy you like, versus you're making a winning move. And when I say that, I'm saying like for you, Big O, you got you in, let's say you in round 5 and Patrick Mahomes is sitting there. Can you take it?
So is Derek Carr.
You just can't do it.
I would have to take the money move and take Mahomes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. Like I know a lot of times in the past, I'm not going to say refuse, but I try to avoid taking Titans players because I'm a fan. And I know that I've literally done it. It's like I'm playing guys or I'll sit guys because it's like, okay, my guys are going to be good. And that's all heart. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's all heart.
Yeah, I know. I remember last time he was willing to Derrick Henry, so I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I will like a lot of times I used to grab like the Titans kicker. It's like if I need to get a Titan, I'll get a kicker.
Yeah.
Or 1 week or so when I know I got a real good feeling, I'll pick up the defense. But other than that,
I'm guilty of that too.
I try to avoid them. Now, I will say this. I think I did for like a week. I picked up Will Levis or something. I think he got me double-digit points, which was fine. And wasn't, I don't think it was in the 20s, but it was basically double digits. It was about 15 to 17 or something like that. But, I mean, you know, it's weird. And don't get me wrong, I sort of feel differently this year. I'm sort of thinking that maybe these guys are going to be a little bit better. So I'm not saying that I'm drafting all of them. Like our uncle did. Our uncle was a San Francisco fan. And one season he drafted, I want to say he drafted like 3 players, the defense. It was like, dude, you under no circumstance should you play one team. Like your entire team shouldn't be one team. But needless to say,
if the team is that great, then that's good. The only problem is when the bye week comes up.
You're
Well,
toast.
you know, I hope you got somebody on the bench. I hope you got a nice bench. If you do,
He'd have to be. You would almost have to be perfect
Yeah.
in draft to do that.
but I mean,
Because-
he was picking
Because the
7-6.
other thing you would have to do is I would believe that you would want another good team that was not on a bye that week. You know what I'm saying? Like you would
Right.
almost just sort of pick the opposing team just the same way you picked your team. So then you could just sort of drop them when you got done with it. If
Right.
that's what you were going to do. But I
It
couldn't.
would have to be a good team.
I couldn't do it. There's no way I could do that.
I've done that before where I've got 3 of the same players on the same team. I've done that.
I try to avoid that at all possible.
I've done that.
In one league,
Yeah, the one league, yeah.
yeah,
I try to avoid that.
I've done that. And I actually did pretty good. I actually did pretty good with that before too.
I say it'll work if you could work your way around the bye. Yeah, and that's actually a good team that you're picking up.
yeah. Like I wouldn't see.
It's just risky.
Yeah, I mean, like a pick like let's go back to Philly. So you think like if you picked up Saquon and you turned around and you could grab AJ Brown,
And Hurts. Like 2 is fine. I think you can get away with
you
2.
can do 2? Yes, I think you can get away with 2.
But then you start going 3 and 4. That's when you may get in trouble.
No,
So
I don't
here's
think I'll go over 4. I mean, over 3.
Yeah, you couldn't do. I mean, the thing is that if you're doing, think about this now. If you're doing 4, let's just. I mean, I don't even know the team, but I'm just saying, if you were doing 4, that means at least you got, at best, I'm gonna say actually, at best you got quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end.
And-
Like that's at best.
That's it.
No, I think at best would be the defense. Like 3 of those,
Defense?
and then 3 of those
then
in the
the
defense. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
But
that
the
would be
thing
good
is
for
that-
somebody like San Francisco or Philly because they both generally have good defenses.
Good defenses, yes.
I,
'Cause, I
you
mean,
know
but you
what? I
wouldn't-
think that's what it was. I think I had 2 players in the defense.
In the defense.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. 2 players in the defense.
Because I will tell you, there was one thing that I saw last night that just shocked me, and I wish I could, but it was Adam Schefter. He took 2 running backs. He took both Detroit running backs. He had Jahmyr Gibbs. He picked up in round 2, and where did he take?
Say Montgomery.
Yes, he took Montgomery in round 6. So he basically had both Detroit running backs. And of course his argument is that one was safety for another one, or
Handcuff.
yeah. You know, when it was a thing where he was actually saying that he would I don't know if he was actually saying he would play them both, but he was
Now,
like
that
the
team, I
word
could
is-
see that though.
the word was that Montgomery was going to get the goal line.
Right. That's why I could see that. And Jameer is a good back out of the backfield, so he'll get a lot of PPR touches. Right. So that was like one probably rare team that I could see taking both running backs.
Take both running backs. Okay. Because I was like, wow.
Yeah, Montgomery gets a lot of touchdown, goal line touches.
Goal line touches, yeah. So yeah, that was it. These were the Detroit Lions, the number 1 and number 2 running back for Detroit.
Yeah, he's over there taking notes again.
Yeah, okay. That's all right. Take them. Look, guess what? This whole packet is my note right here.
Yeah, I'm writing notes now.
Because this was another thing that they were talking about. I thought, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I had already thought about this, but it was good to hear somebody else thinking that. He's like, look, you have to get to a point where you're like the top 100 players or so, and you just basically draw a line, right? It's like, this is the one. So like as you're drafting and all these people are gone off of that line, it's like sometimes you just got a good pick. It's like everybody is taking a tight end and a guy you like is still sitting above your line. It's like, well, I got to take him. I mean, I think even in this draft, I want to say first of all, the first tight end that was taken was Laporta. He was taken in round 4. Mm-hmm. And then Travis Kelce was taken in round 5.
Wow.
Yeah. And like, I know I'm notorious for people like, the top 5 running backs are gone, top 5 wide receivers are gone. I'll take Travis Kelce.
Right.
It's like, well, I'll take Travis Kelce. But
I like Travis Kelce. I'll take him before 5 feet. I probably would.
Yeah, I mean, I like it too. It's a good pick. I mean, Travis Kelce. The thing with Travis Kelce is that he's going to get the ball. I mean, will he get you double-digit fantasy points every week? I don't know. Maybe not every week, but a lot of weeks, yeah, he will. A lot of weeks. So I'm good with Kelce. I mean, I've had Kelce quite a few times.
I think I have too.
Excuse me.
I might go ahead and put Derrick Henry down on my list as alternate. I think I will.
Well, see, this is that thing too. Like, I mean, I know I asked this before, and it does. It depends. It really does. It just depends on how the draft is going. Like I kept putting air quotes around ESPN experts, and the reason I did that is that they're not average guys, right? It's like sometimes, you get in some leagues and guys are like, they really want some defense, and they take him in like the 3rd round. And it's like, what are you doing? Or better yet, we'll just go from our own experience. Some people take a quarterback in the 1st round, and it's not a quarterback that anybody's thinking about taking for several rounds. But the thing I'm saying, not that clown, I'm just saying, like, those monkey riches get thrown out there, and then it changes your whole board up, because that's a pick that's, that somebody took, which means there's a guy that you wanted that's still on the board. You know what I'm saying?
More than likely.
And so
I've done that before.
It's kind of wild. I mean, I've been in leagues where like a kicker has been taken in like, the 5th round, just because a guy likes the kicker and he wants to make sure he gets it. It's like, dude,
that I'm not doing.
He probably got everything he wanted already, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my kicker. So.
See, say that again. Wait. Say that again.
So he might already have his first 4 picks might be what he really wanted already. That's his first. I mean, that's his pick. So I'm done. So let me go ahead and get my kicker or my defense, whatever it is. Go
Yeah,
and get it
I
out of the
mean,
way. I mean, he got his first 4 picks that he wanted. He's
that's
satisfied.
it's wild, and I guess and that's the truth. I mean, I'm sure that's the logic. But I'm like, dude, there's got to be somebody's wide receiver that you at least thought twice about. Because I mean, man, I don't know. I also like if I feel like you got to have a strategy for the first pick, because the bad thing about the first pick, like I said, 9 times out of 10, if I have a first pick, I'm taking Christian McCaffrey. I am. Now, if this happens tomorrow, and something crazy happens just for a split second, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just do something different just to be different. Okay, but for the most part, the strategy has to be, okay, I got Christian McCaffrey. So I got the double coming back, but it's 20 picks from now.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's 20 picks later. And I mean, everybody else would have picked twice before you get to pick again. And it's so rough. That's why I don't like having the first pick. And you just watch your big board just dwindle down to like, it's just like pick after pick after pick. And so,
yeah, if you pick in first in a snake league, you might as well take every other top pick that you had off your board.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Unless somebody was stupid and left him out there, then
Right. And the thing is that, and that's sort of the point. So if that's the case, even if it's let's say it's a top 10 guy or it's a top 20 guy, let's just top 20 guy, and he wasn't necessarily on your board, but he's there.
he's there.
He's there, even like if it's like
I'll grab him. I'll use him later for somebody gonna want him.
like it's Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do you just take him? You go ahead and add him. It's
You use it. You got to use it for your advantage because
welcome back.
I'm about to trade him later on to somebody that you want to get rid of that I want. You know how it goes.
Welcome back. We have been.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
I don't see you.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to see anybody except me.
Oh,
It's all me. All me today. That's it.
I see you.
Everything is me.
and your
All
tiny
about
stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. I see you on my phone, but not on the computer.
So what happened was,
What we
What
gonna say?
I can see you on my phone, but not on the computer.
Okay.
But what happened was that this, like I said, this new camera, y'all, I mean, you've been talking about it, it pans out and it pans in. So normally y'all know I have my nice backdrops or whatever, but with this new camera, you can see everything. Like I have to open up a little bit. So I went with the plain background today until I figure out how to operate this camera. Ad break in progress. Ad ends in 1 minute 4 seconds. Okay, so we got to add it on Twitch. Trying to make that Twitch money. But yeah, so I mean, the thing is that I would much rather 5, 6, 7. That's where I like to draft. 5, 6, 7. Because then, you let the draft come to you as opposed to trying to dictate something. Because I mean, even like I said, having one, you get the double on the back end, which is cool, but
That's still too far down the line for me.
it's so long. It's like like you said, you just I mean, every top guy is like just wiped off your board. Like all the little prep work you did is just gone. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it's almost, but is it literally, it is 20 moves between each pick though, right? I mean,
Yeah, the 10-man draft.
yeah,
Pretty much.
It just feels different.
Well, at least if you go 1 or 2, you can basically get who you really want. At least one person that you want. You go 6, 7. You might not get that one person that you really wanted. It's just too far down the line for me. On the first pick. I know I can't get that pick if I can, but it's still too far down the line. If you just really look at it, for me, my perspective.
But see, here's the thing. Like I said, now look, in this draft yesterday, here are picks 5, 6, and 7. So 5, 6, and 7 were Tyreek Hill, Amon St. Brown, and Garrett Wilson. Those are, I mean, at 5, 6, I mean, all three of those are good picks. Those are good guys.
How many people was on the draft?
It's 10. It's a 10-team draft. And then on the backside, let me find those same 3 people. Loza. Okay. So on the back end, the person who drafted St. Brown in round 2, they got Derrick Henry. The person who drafted, I'm sorry. The person who drafted Garrett Wilson got Derrick Henry. And then the person who drafted St. Brown grabbed A.J. Brown. So he got Brown and Brown. And then the person who got Tyreek Hill got Isaiah Pacheco. Those are actually 2 good picks at 5, 6, and 7. Those are
I
actually
know what you're saying. You got too big of me.
Say what?
I know what you're saying.
I'm just. The thing is that it's that whole thing about just trying to figure out what to
You
get.
got to think about who you playing with and against.
Yes.
Who these people are, how their mind operate too. So, like Greffel said, I can't just say I'm gonna pick this person and I gotta wait till the lineup starts and we can go from there. I got in my mind who I want.
Right.
1, 2, and 3. I got who I want first. 1, 2, and 3. I got who I want second. 1, 2, and 3. You know what I mean? Like that. And like that. If I can't get the first, I go to the second, Hopefully I won't have to go to the third one on the first round.
Depends on how late you pick.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, so that's sort of what I'm doing with this list, right? I'm grabbing this list and I'm looking at it because I'm just trying to see in the second round what group of guys people are picking, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with third round. So it's like I got pockets of 10. Boom. So if I'm, from first round, regardless to where I draft, these are probably, at least roundabout ways are going to be some of the guys that are gone. Who in this group would I say, yes, I want that guy? And then the same thing for the second round. Because like you said, you're going to get to a point because, you got to, one of the things that you do as you're drafting, you need to pay attention to the bye weeks and things like that, because you got to make sure that, just like we were talking about with taking all the players from the same team, you don't want to basically kill it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have a week where you just have nobody. And don't get me wrong, I've seen guys who have bye weeks and dreadful. I've definitely seen it in your league.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not dropping my guy, and I don't have space on the bench to get anybody else. So I'm just going zero. Yep, right. I'm just going zero for that spot this week because
I've done that before.
Yeah, I mean, it's like just let it go. I mean, like I've seen my father-in-law has basically dropped. He dropped the defense. Like it was a guy he wanted, and he just said, and he didn't want to drop who he had, so he just dropped his defense. Didn't play a defense that week. He's just like forget it. And but he had his guy that he wanted, and that's the thing. So people do it, and but you do have to be really strategic in how you are deciding, which guy to choose and which guy, because like my mock draft that I did, you were like, there was some week where I had both my quarterbacks had the same bye week. I drafted two quarterbacks that had the same bye week. So you can use them, but during that week, you got nothing. It's like forget about it. So it's one of those deals you gotta try and do better, I guess.
That never happened to me though.
You said that'll never happen to you?
I said it hasn't never happened yet.
Oh, so, I know it's just kind of rough. All right, we've been going for like an hour and a half almost. I know we try to keep it to an hour.
We have been going for an hour and a half.
Huh?
I said, yeah, we have.
Oh, so is that a smart I'm just saying like a slug. I just want to make sure I'm hearing right because I could be hearing wrong,
You were a little slow on that one.
I know y'all gang up on me. My uncle said y'all be ganging up on me too.
Hey, I ain't say a word. I ain't say a word.
When you laugh, you in it. You in it. Mm-hmm.
Well, look,
I'm going to Saturday night go over this and look at all the players and stuff. I think I might have my little list down. My son is going to help me with. So
okay. So your son is in. So that's what I was going to suggest.
So I'm going to. My name is changed to Triple Threat on the team. Triple Threat Fantasy.
Oh shit!
Triple Threat. Those be fighting words right there. It's like, what?
So listen. So what triple threat means is that it's the three T's: Tyranny, Tyree, and Trinity. So threat, Wait. They gonna say, "Oh Lord." Wait a minute. Hold on. They say, "Oh Lord." Okay, so that's where triple threat comes from.
She brought it. She brought in family.
She bringing the power attention. She's ganging up on us.
That's my my Wi-Fi triple threat. Don't tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody.
They can't get in.
What's your password?
You just told me.
What Big O say?
You just told
me. Okay, you gonna baby find me.
So like I said, I'm in 4 leagues this year. So Jacob just sent me a text. I had questioned him. You guys remember the trophy from last season?
Yeah.
I got that from him. I was like, man, maybe I need to get a trophy or something. So I asked him for prices because he's also apparently making mugs for the guys for that league. He's like, yeah, send me the names he's doing. That's pretty cool. So
that's cool.
Yeah. I want to know how those turn out, but he says those. So the trophies are $90, and the mugs $15.
Wow,
$90 for that. Now I will say this about that trophy: it's got some weight to it. It's actually a really nice trophy. It's not like like cardboard or anything like that. It's a solid trophy.
So with this fantasy football team, is it us three? We all play individual, right? We're not playing all three together. We're playing individual.
We are playing individually. That team is your team. You will play against us at some point during the season.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Yes. So the word. This is the point to me about fantasy. It's the trash talk. That's the deal. I mean, I know some people do it for the money. For me, it's I beat you,
I
and
do it for the bragging
not
right.
only did I beat you, I picked up that guy who nobody thought was good, and I got him, and he was my leading scorer.
Right.
It's harder to do with the 14 team league, but you get all kind of. So make sure that y'all look at the points. I did change some of the things with the points. Um, we can talk
Okay.
about it later, but I mean, it's just little things like I think if a running back gets like a 40 or 50-yard touchdown, he gets like a bonus point or something like that.
No,
If
okay. So you got bonuses built in. Gotcha.
yeah, I think it's something like, and I think I did it for like I want to say it was either 40 or 50 yards. And like if he gets a 200-yard game, running back has a 200-yard game, there's a bonus. Um, and I want to say I didn't do that for wide receiver. I don't think I did two. I definitely didn't do 100 yards for wide receiver. Wide receivers are getting 100 yards every
They
week.
get it right easy, yeah.
But I think I may have done 200 yards for a wide receiver too, but I'm not sure. But it's all in there. Take a look. And I may have done some stuff with special teams too. Because I do like
Okay.
in Dreadful's league, we get return yardage. It's not tons,
Yeah.
but it's some
Right.
for the special teams. Because special teams need some scoring. I mean, you need to be able to score, and
Yeah.
especially in
Special teams
14.
will win a game, shit.
Say what?
Special teams will win a game.
Well, they can.
They can.
So that's what I wanted to do. I think I added some stuff like that, and I'm gonna probably look at it again. But take a look.
I
Trying
think
to make
somebody
it fun.
like it.
All right.
Just trying to make it fun. So we're gonna sort of call it here. We're gonna run right up to hour and 30 minutes, and
All right.
I have to
All
doc.
right, you guys.
So I guess I should get some rest. So anybody got any last words?
I'll see you in the draft room.
Steelers.
No last words. All right. So I'm gonna go. We will
I
see
said
you.
go Steelers.
Go Steelers. Where they going? Where they going?
He said, nah, that's
They
good
going
last
to
word.
the draft. They going to the draft.
I don't know.
Number one
I
pick.
don't know where they going at this point. Okay.
Number one pick. Number one pick.
They going
I know
on.
the
They're
ain't talking.
So yeah. So
Was that the Colts talking?
yeah.
Yeah.
The Colts are probably going to be really good this year, to be honest.
You think?
I'm scared. Yeah. But
I think.
now the I think the Raiders are going to be searching for a quarterback forever.
seems like we on it.
Minshew Mania.
It seems like we are.
You know what? I'm going to tell you. I still. It's crazy, but I still have faith in Fields. I honestly believe Justin Fields is going to get it together. I'm trying my best to believe it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not drafting him. But let everybody know who in whatever league that I'm in with them. I'm not drafting Justin Fields, but I am one of the people who I think he's going to be able to get it together.
You just
I
need to
don't
be able
know.
to see the field.
Yeah, it's.
He's
I
not
mean,
seeing
it's,
the field.
yeah. If I don't know, it's just weird. It's just weird. So he's that guy. Don't forget, also, guys. Like I said, on Sunday for the draft, I will send out a link to the entire league. So during the draft, whoever wants to pop in, if you want to pop in and sit, cool, I'll be here. If you want to pop in, say something bad about somebody who took a player that you wanted to take, have at it. But we'll be here. So.
Okay. So when you say that, like, if they take my player, I mean, like, when do we get our stuff? I mean, how do we get players before somebody else do?
It's a draft, so it's basically it's just picking players. So you pick in order, right? So it's a snake draft, right? So we got 10 teams. So and your position in the draft will be determined about an hour before we draft. So about 4:00 your time, you can log in and you'll see which pick you have, and then you can make adjustments.
You say 4 p.m. Central Standard Time?
Yeah, it should be about 4 your time. And so at that point, you can see where you pick, and if you need to adjust your strategy, probably not. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can adjust at that point. And then, so basically, every minute and a half, I believe the time is, somebody will make a pick, and it's just in order, so 1 through 10. And then in the second round, we go 10 through 1. So the person who had the 10th pick picks first in the second round, and it just goes back and forth until we get, I think there's 16 rounds. And so it's gonna be a minute. Get your popcorn together, get your
drinks ready.
Get your drinks.
I will have my drink.
You know, and then chill. And like I said, for me, it's like I said, I'll be here. I will be live, and I feel like it'll just be kind of cool to.
I'm gonna be on the road, but I'm still gonna be able to click in. I'm gonna have my co-pilot with me. She already knows what she got to do.
All right, cool. That works.
Laptop with me, so she already knows what she got to do.
That'll work.
I already told her, I'm gonna need them fingers while we're on the highway.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna send the. I mean, I guess I'll send it to you guys the way I normally send it, but I'll also just post it into our group text too, and in that way people can do what they need to do with it and have it click on it and do what they need to do.
Okay.
So we'll do that. All right. So now we've blown past hour and a half.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say nothing else. Good night, guys.
So there is that. We will see you guys. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Everybody, we'll see you on Sunday. Sunday this week.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. Peace.